The very breath of being is celebrating the light in your heart. The very breath that began as all beginnings unfolded simultaneously in all space, all time, dimension, no dimension, all here now. This very breath is breathing and breathed in this moment, welcoming the gift of all being in our presence, in all that we are, and all that we ever will be. This moment that we have prepared for is upon us. As it has arrived, is arriving, and right here, right now. I am Karina Shahal, known as Grandmother Eloshama, and we welcome you into the Omega portal that is open and revealing itself in every moment of every breath that is breathed. The gift of your being rises. This welcoming and this sharing, this blessing, this beloved moment is here for all to celebrate, to align, and to bring together all of the gifts encircling our very being, encircling within us, through us, and surrounding us. As we ask you now to call forth and through the rising of this gift, this being, this centralized focus, this molecule of creation, this divine spinning frequency in the very heart of your heart, known as the Immaculate Heart, the presence within all presence. Feel this, the calling of your being, rise up to meet the intentions of your truth. And within this moment now, we ask so humbly, as we bow down, anointing the ground state of your being, the feet of the soul of your presence, the crown of the glory of your connection, the body, the embodiment of your being. We ask that you feel the calling rise and know that the message encoded, the message within is there, awaiting the presence in the moment in all sincerity and generosity, in all abundance and all. May you gently unwrap the gift, as if wrapping a swaddling babe to touch the skin of the warmth of this calling, opening up and unwrapping all that you are unto yourself, seeing perhaps for the first time this genuine opening and sweetness of being. As you breathe, breathing up through the channel and column of your presence, as you receive the connectivity of all grace, all being, you open up the gift. And for perhaps the very first time, peer inside, wonders to behold. The message and the messenger that has been within thee. We call that the angelos, messenger, message, one. There, from source, at the moment of your inception, a decree, like the sound of the word at the beginning of all beginnings. And that message is now revealing itself in multifold, petal, petal, petal opening, like the white lotus that we carry encircling this presence. For us as a being, we share this with you now, the nectar of our presence. Breathing in and feeling that message, the decree of the being, the point of inception. Before any life formed until where you are now, that decree has been carried within thee. And with it, the dispensation, or we call the method. The method of its delivery is you embodying all that you are in every way, how we pray in every day, and what you say, and what you be, and who you are. The deep wave, frequency, vibrational field. It may impart messages, speaking softly in the heart. It may impart and emanate imagery, speaking through the mind. It may impart through the body, shivers up and down the spine in a feeling of encircling, embracing, expanding, exaltation, praise. Whatever comes, feeling, felt, sense, seeing, knowing, arriving, arising. So be it in this moment as we bring forth sound. For this, the nectar of your own gift, the beauty of your own soul. And what is woven together in each strand and each bandwidth of frequency, woven in, therein, is this. We are made in the name and the nature of all that is, the nameless frequency that can never be spoken. It can be hummed, it can be sung into the heart, quietly in the silence and stillness. And the hewe de shehamaka, and then the embodada yadikarianda, ilimana ha kamatea, ilimahana teata, ya tawahi. Shihunda Hianda Umae Undavi Ondae. You where you are situated, in the place where you sit and abide, where you stand and you flow where the footfall has stepped. So the earth has received your blessings of being. So has nature also lifted up under the feet. And so above, skies have held and upheld nature all in her wonder. Mother, Father, Source, Presence, Being, there, here, all. Uyama, Bringing a gentle hand to the heart, to the high holy heart, the frequency between the throat and the heart center. In this centering space, a billion stars, a trillion frequencies, all great awakened sources, all great masters, teachers, ascended beings, bow to thee now as they give this to thee. Feel this as the humbleness of the source. That which we bow down to bows down to us in a beautiful co-creative frequency. As we are about to enter in to the 12 gateways of creation, 12 gateways of light. Take this moment to breathe in to this message and this gift that has been bestowed upon thee, that you have carried through the decree and its dispensation, the message and the method of your being. It is always there. It is home, base being in thee. And in those moments where the wandering through deserts dry, mountains high, valleys low, and places in being where one is jumping for joy and one is curled in a corner crying, know that this space, this place, is the welcoming call of your being. It is always a refreshing, vitalizing, nurturing source, a well source of being. Breathe into this now as we bring in these 12 frequencies, 12 around one. Infuse your being in this circle. Give forth and open unto this we call the Omega portal revealed. Know that the beginning at the beginning and that the end is not that which is end, but is an encircling frequency. It's a spiraling knowing rising up in all being. And knowing that this we call forth, knowing that this is the next birthing, the awakening into the awakening. As we gather and convene in our own councils, in our own presence, we are called into command, into the vehicle of being. We are asked to sit at the seat of the soul, to sit, asita, asida, drawing in each of these gateways called a legacy of love. As we feel into the heart, the first gateway, to be who we are, the courage. My heart is my home. Amahim. My heart is my home. To be who we are, as we have always been. There, the decree, the dispensation, the message, and the method opens as it is, revealing itself. The second gateway in the legacy of love is the hands, creation. Open hands wide, as if to receive this, the remembrance of the gift. I have the power to create. I have the power to create. I am the power to create. The hands of creation. Breathe this through now as the hands open wide. And the third gateway is the head, consciousness, the power to think, imagine, intuit, dream, receive, this receiver and transmitter. For consciousness is not centralized, but that which flows through. My mind is a powerful instrument of divine and infinite awareness. My mind is a powerful instrument of divine and infinite awareness, feeling the attunement of the crystalline frequencies in the crown, in the cranium, in the vibrational field. The fourth gateway, the gateway of this legacy of love, is the feet, a conduit, a conductivity, a conduit, fluidity, how we move, flow with the power. I'm guided every step of the way. I dance, flow, and move with grace. That which rises through the earth vibrational fields, that which rises through the depths of all being. The feet, the seat of the soul, the feet that rises in this conduit and conductivity. I am guided every step of the way. I dance, flow, and move with grace. Feeling that vibrational field now and breathing it through. Namayam Mande Om Nayamande Jiyumde. The fifth gateway in this legacy of love is the spine, confluence of frequency, alignment in integrity, the choice to be fully aligned. I follow through and everything lines up, my words and actions. Feel the flexibility and fluidity of the spine as each of the vertebrae link and line up with these frequencies. One by one, we feel the spine and the frequency of this divine source, where all of the energies are spiraling up and moving through. The fifth, a confluence, the spine, in this legacy of love. The sixth gateway in this legacy of love is the eyes. Clarity. Believing is seeing. My eyes are an instrument of visioning. I tune the strands of light, information that enter this vehicle. I am attuning the strands of light, the divine information that enters this vehicle. For a moment, if you feel called to it, because the hands are filled with this living light, you can place your hands over your eyes and feel the vibrational field, attuning through the head and into the eyes, clarity and harmony, vibrationally feeling this now. Namahi. Ooh. Namah. Namahi. Believing is seeing. The seventh gateway in this legacy of love is the ears. Compassion. My ears are an antenna, listening deeply with the heart, tuning the strands of the feeling center. This whole body is an instrument of listening. Feeling is hearing. And through this, we have the compassion to hear the harmonics in the frequency of the ears. Listening through the heart. I am tuning the body to hear. The whole consciousness field of my being is listening. Listen now. Feel that vibrational field. Feel the power of that space and vibrational awareness. If you want to, you can take your hands and cup over your ears, just to feel the field of energy, because sound not only enters but leaves. And there is a beautiful tuning of the whole being, equilibrium and balance through the heart, through the soul, through the body, this tuned instrument. Nase Ohiyama Yen. The sound of light now through the soul. As we enter into the eighth gateway of this legacy of love, and there to the nose, where circulation takes place. This nose is an instrument of breath, prana, presence, life, and spirit. It circulates all the vital forces of life-giving to the whole of my being. Feel that vibrational breath now as it enters into the being, expanding the lungs. Our body and being also breathes. As this planisphere breathes, as the consciousness field of all that is breathes, inspiration, from respiration to inspiration. Breathe in the prana. Breathe in the life force. Breathe in the power and the presence of all that is. Circulating all the vital forces. Wholeness, awareness is breathing. thanking and blessing each of these gateways. As we move now to the 9th gateway of this legacy of love in this divine instrument. And here we come to the mouth, the voice, command, mastication and manifestation. The whole apparatus of the mouth is designed to take in vital frequencies, mana, and in turn, return this back to the source with the power of the word, vibration, force, transmission, the food, the mana that passes through and returns as the food of my speech. Ingesting and tasting the light of source to command the word through speech, through the vital forces. What we take in and what we allow to flow through. How we fulfill and bring in the very essence and how we send this forth. There is a vapor and a spirit, a perfume through command. Commanding the word, I am. Gently stroking the throat down to thank and bless the voice, the mouth, the word, the source, presence, honoring this being, this vehicle. As we now move to the 10th gateway in this legacy of love, we bring in the whole body vehicle with confidence. This vehicle, this body, is made in the name and nature of all that is, woven together, the individual parts all working and vibrating in harmony with the whole. Internally, from every system, there is truth flowing through. I trust and therefore harmonize my whole being. I am, in all confidence, confide, the fidelity, the knowing that this vehicle, this body, this being is filled with the radiant harmony of the cause in all that is. Thank and bless this body, vehicle, this being, this source in which the spirit is housed. Namahendu. My confidence pervades and perfumes the body of my being with love, all for the greater good, for the good of all. Feeling all the cellular matrices, feeling every aspect of being. As we now move to the 11th gateway of this legacy of love. That which is beneath, from the perineum through and up rising. Here in coordination and cooperation rising of the pranic life force, accepting the power, anointing of the being, feeling the very presence of each one of the chakra fields, the power to sit and abide, the power to procreate and bring forth orgasmic pleasure, the power to decide and discern, the power to give and receive love, the power to anoint with speech and commune and communicate, the power to perceive, to intuit, to design, to create, to dream, the power to connect, to be, to open unto the higher. This in cooperation and coordination. Orgasmic waves, pulsations, bliss states, ecstatic union, receiving the blessings, abiding in the ground state. I cooperate and coordinate the vital forces to rise. I am cooperating and coordinating the vital forces to rise. Feeling the prana, the kita, the ki, the life force, all that is, rising up in each one of these spinning spheres of frequency. As we breathe in and draw in and rise up and feel the opening of the bottom of the pranic tube, these rotating fields vibrationally from the womb of the Divine Mother's heart, we receive these blessings into our being if we so choose. As we come to the 12th gateway of this legacy of love, that which is above, connection, descending of the crown of light, the very light force that descends, the opening of the top of the pranic tube, the omni light force descends, presence, and our divine circuitry comes online, simplifying everything into its original state of perfection. The higher consciousness, the higher self, the higher being, source self, that has always been and always will be within the within, but the feeling, the vibration that flows through. I connect all the frequencies and vibrations together. I am that which is. As we come now to the 0 point, that which is in the center of all being, that which emerges is within, the concordant, the coherent, joining together, the high holy heart, the omega portal opens. I am the gateway of all gateways. Within the within is the unifying principle of union and unity with all that is. Immaculate awareness. I am omnipresence, the love of all that is, in my sovereign being. I anoint this, that which is. I am omniscient. This wisdom, this intelligence, I anoint, I align that which is. I am omnipotence, power, power in grace, in service to all. I am the gift that I am. And this we enter in as we have always been, in the Immaculate Presence, the sovereign, the noble, and the divine nature. Mukti, Bhakti, Shakti. Allowing these moments of silence and radiance. Now we bring these blessings to our beloved earth as I ask Charlie, Riverman, in his capacity of anointing and blessing the waters, and where we will now go on a journey to different places that he has had the opportunity to align in his being and awareness of in our planisphere, bringing forth Charlie Riverman to share. And have your water nearby as you're ready to receive the blessings of this. And we bring these blessings to the waters and to our earth.
Thank you, beloved Karina. It's a joy to be here with each of you tonight on this amazing day, this point in the history of humanity that seeks to unfold the ancient mysteries right in the midst of us. And it unfolds it through the waters in us as the water beings we are, the beings of water and light. Amazing beings of water and light. Last year on the 22nd, Karina and I, and perhaps many of you who were here tonight, did a water blessing at the Chalice Well. And prior to that, we gathered grid lines, and I walked the grid lines and brought them together, connecting to Uluru. And there were 9 lines heading out of Uluru to the 7 chakras, and then to 22 sacred sites, all blessed water sources. Finally, culminating at the Chalice Well where we did ceremony. And so in each of us, as we travel around the grid lines of the earth, those chakras align with our chakras. Mother Earth and we are connected so graciously and so vibrantly that there can be no separation except in the silliness of the human brain that believes it can be separate. We are here as divine masculine and feminine tonight to honor our ancestors, to honor each other, to honor the water and the light and the beingness that each of us truly are. As Karina has just given this beautiful journey to us. So if you have water with you, what I love to do is this blessing, and there's 2 blessings. It's a twofold blessing. The first blessing is to you, to the water that you are, to the water that we began as, way out in the multiverse, beyond our comprehension, and have traveled to this beautiful planet we now dwell on as Mother Earth. Actually, a speck of dust in a multiverse that's so vast. And yet we all have that power of water and light within us. And we are that power of water and light. So if you have your water with you, I ask that you just feel the energy in that water before you. Take a sip. Feeling the water enter you, knowing that immediately it blends into who you are, into your presence. It doesn't wait until it gets deep in your body. You can feel that water immediately and feel that relationship. And so this blessing originated in part from Dr. Masaru Emoto, who many of us honor as being a visionary to show us how our consciousness our energetic presence aligns with the water and changes its crystalline structure. How blessed was that? To learn again, to remember. This one is for you, for every molecule of water that you are. I love you. I thank you. I respect you. I am you. You are me. We are unity. Feel those energies trickle through the water within your body. We are one. We are inseparable, except in illusions. The second blessing, which is a greater blessing that I offer, and it's brought through as the 4 pillars protocol from a Maori prophet, Alexander Phillips, and his visions of the Divine Mother appearing, and her message to him that she was not honored. And for the Divine Feminine in all of us, this is in honor of his bringing this powerful message through to all of us. And I ask you that as you look around the world, find a place of water that you feel connected to. And as we say this, or as I say this, and you vibrate through the energy frequencies with it, offer it to that water place. Be it a lake, be it a river, be it an ocean. It's all one water. Be it the water, the primordial water within the earth, some of which was created before our sun. That's how ancient we truly are. Tihe moriora, ite ingwa te pa, te pat, te ite ingwa, te tama, te matua, te fire, te wairua tapu. Ite ingwa, te matua, te fire, te tama, te wairua tapu. Ite ingwa, te fire, te tama, te matua, te wairua tapu. See the whale breaching through the waters, dancing, saying thank you. I love you. I am you. Know that our ancestors dance in the light with us, offering their arms in sacred relationship. Honoring the Divine Mother and Father. On this amazing, beautiful day. Aho, Mpakwiyawasi.
Thank you, Charlie. these beautiful sacred centers and wells and bodies of water. Jennifer just shared that as soon as the water blessing started, it started to rain in New Zealand. How beautiful. Thank you. And those beautiful spaces of sacred locations. But may we also bring this to waters that need our love and our care in our own places on the planet where they are still in their zone of healing, in the places where they have carried all kinds of humanity's materials to different places and spaces, where some unconsciously never asked and used. And we know of this because we know of this in our own lives, where times we have said, thought, felt, or experienced or done things and not complete a level of our highest and our deepest. And so we ask that these waters that have carried forth the materials of our civilization and creation know that these prayers, these blessings, and all that we as beings here who are in the Omega portal, within it in our own being, are now aligned for your well-being. Taking this moment to enter in to the very message, the very decree and the dispensation of your whole being, and bring forth a blessing to all the elements here in our planisphere, in the universe, in all dimensions of being. And as we do this, we offer these as keys for creation. We offer these because we know that it is our time now to return into the field of command, where we abide and collaborate and bow down to these great primordial presences that were here before our creation, that we are made in the nature and name of. These elemental properties that we are in our divinity. And so I bring forth these 7 keys to honor the elements from the emotional body, the body of water, and the frequency of that with its sacred shape, the icosahedron spinning in all directions, and the frequency of that which is aligned into the Eastern Gateway, the first light that rises. And we offer to it the natural presence that flows by saying, I feel awake, and I thank and bless thee. In the emotional body, the tuning of that frequency now, in this key in our being. Emotion, energy in motion, the flow. As we feel that divine gateway and the key that opens it, we thank and bless the frequency of the love of all that is, the supreme intelligence and the divine wisdom, omnipresence, omniscience, and omnipotence. And so we come to the second body of being in the second elemental frequency, Earth, the physicalized form. and the sacred shape of the hexahedron or the cube, and the vibrational field that rises in the noonday sun, when all the fecundity of the earth, the seeds that germinate, the vibrational field of the awakening and awareness of that. Sacred awareness, freeze. I am aligned. Our sacred awareness, freeze. I am aligned. From I am awake and I feel awake to I am aligned. Bringing us through this beautiful gateway in the elements of frequency and light. We come to this beautiful moment in the third body of being, the mental body, and its element of air and the sacred shape of the octahedron spinning in all directions, as we have felt the vibration of the love of all that is, the supreme intelligence and the divine wisdom. So too, at this place, we receive this message. Light brings peace and blessedness. I am activated. The mental body, the element of air, and its frequency of the octahedron spinning in all directions. We can feel this like a sacred wheel, where we are now at the west, seeing the last fingers of light descend as the earth in its rotational field. As we come to this, the fourth elemental body of being, in the direction of the north, we connect in to the spiritual body, the body of fire, the spark of creation, the sacred shape of the tetrahedron, where we feel the love of all that is, the supreme intelligence and the divine wisdom. In this, the message, gentleness and calm perfumes all being. There at the gateway of fire, there at the night sky, where we see the stars crossing, celestial brothers and sisters sending their light, the light that has been reaching our presence here, saying to us, gentleness and calm perfumes all being. I am acceptance, and I am accepting. I'm accepting this fire, but I'm seeing it as gentleness and calmness. To know that that spark within us all in the spiritual body can be aligned in this acceptance of this great gift. And as we have moved around the outer wheel, we come to the inner, that which is in the fifth elemental body. And there we connect to the etheric, into the inner circle, where we receive the embodiment of the subtle forces. And we feel that which rise, the etheric, the energy body, like the crystalline core of this earth, the crystalline frequency, the subtle frequency, the plasma fields that rise and support our being, thanking and blessing. I am acknowledging. I am acknowledgement. And as we feel that terrestrial body rise, we come and connect to the celestial body, that which is above, known as the Akashic body or the multidimensional body. And there we receive that frequency of that element, the Akasha. And just as we felt in the terrestrial body, the element and the sacred shape of the dodecahedron spinning in all directions, so now we connect to the star tetrahedron, that which descends filling us with this Akashic field. As the Akashic records open like the libraries of liberation in the DNA, and there we feel the descending of that frequency known as devotional love, praise, and exaltation, breathed through the ascendancy, ascending. I am omnipresent. Breathing this through now. As the celestial and the terrestrial gateway, that which is beneath and that which is above, come in to the deep consciousness field. And we feel that power, the vibrational field. For that, in the sixth gateway, all that is connected into the omniscience, the all-knowing presence, and that which is beneath the omnipresence, all loving knowing, joining together in the body of light, the rainbow body, in this deep connection, a conscious awareness, that which expands and uplifts, and that which blesses. In its omniscient and omnipotent fields, all three joining together, arising to the eighth, where we feel the gateway of the east, the south, the west, the north, that which is beneath and that which is above and that which is within together. Every dimension of being as we arrive, present in this moment. I am all that I am. Together now. And so, dear hearts, as we center into this moment, in this space, you are upholding within your being all that is, all that ever was, all that ever will be. As we breathe through this now, the calming joy of this inner knowing, this transmission is complete as we are to begin to share a special gift for those here. The Omega portal revealed.